Subscribe to Feminism in India for your dose of intersectional feminist content and make sure to hit the bell icon to get all the latest updates.
If there is anything that the COVID-19 period has taught us, it's the importance of a robust public health system. And through this pandemic, at the very center of both treatment and research was the All India Institute of Medical Sciences. But did you know that the foundation of this mammoth institution was set by a woman, and that a woman served as its first president till her dying day? Today, we're talking about Rajkumari Amrit Kaur, India's first health minister. Born on 2nd February 1887, Amrit Kaur was the daughter of Prince Haram Singh, who was the son of the Sikh Maharaja of Kapurthala. She attended the Sherborne School for Girls in Dorset and later went to Oxford University to complete her college education. One of the early influences of Kaur's political ideals were Gopal Krishna Gokhale and also Mahatma Gandhi, who she is said to have credited for her dream of a free India. Despite growing up in the lap of luxury as a princess, Amrit Kaur had believed in the fight for equality from an early age. In 1930, Amrit Kaur participated in the Dandi March with thousands of people and protested against the salt tax which was imposed by the Britishers. She soon left to stay at Gandhi's ashram and served as his secretary for 16 years. Kaur was a co-founder of All India Women's Conference in 1927 and Indian Council of Child Welfare in 1952. She worked towards eradication of the Parda system, child marriage, child illiteracy and the Devdasi system. In 1942, she actively participated in the Quit India movement and organized various demonstrations and dharnas during its course. In her battle for a free India, she became one of the few women members of the Constituent Assembly. After India's independence in 1947, Kaur became the first female cabinet minister in India who held the portfolio of Ministry of Health. She campaigned for women and public healthcare. She also served as the president of the Indian Leprosy Association and the Tuberculosis Association, vice president of the International Red Cross Society, and chief commissioner of the St. John's Ambulance Brigade of India. Her achievements did not end here. In 1950, she was elected as the president of the World Health Assembly. This extraordinary woman established AIIMS in 1957 and arranged funds from New Zealand, Australia, Sweden, Germany, and the USA for its establishment. She was the first president of this institute until her death in 1964. When she died in 1964, the New York Times called her a princess in her nation's service. In 2020, Kaur was listed by the Time magazine as Woman of the Year 1947. In noting her achievements and contributions, the magazine wrote, "In leaving her life of luxury, Kaur not only helped build lasting democratic institutions, she also inspired generations to fight for the marginalized." A robust public health system and working towards creating equity in the healthcare process of our country has become more urgent now than ever before. And lawmakers today need to take a leaf out of Rajkumari Amrit Kaur's books.